If only there was a phrase. If there's only a phrase to describe this video or perhaps this trend. Um, go with go with go with woketh, lose moneyeth. No, no, that's not it. Oh yeah, get woke, go broke. That's right. The woke Super Bowl has posted the worst viewer ratings in 15 years. Now, a lot of people will combat this by saying, yeah, it's Tom Brady fatigue. Well, Tom Brady hasn't been in the Super Bowl, although it seems like it, every year for the last 15 years. More people than ever are sitting at home, off work, and more access than ever was provided to watch the big game, and yet it posted terrible ratings. Now, I mean, it was still probably the most viewed thing on TV, but the empire is crumbling, and there are absolutely millions of people choosing to tune out because we know what to expect. And you know what's better than sitting around watching a football game? How about reading some awesome books in record time? Check out this video's sponsor. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor. Does it happen to you that you want to read a book, but you just don't have the time? I've recently discovered Blinkist, so instead of having to find the time to read an entire book, I can just listen to all the highlights in only 15 minutes. Blinkist allows you to save time, money, and learn new things faster than ever. I like using Blinkist when I'm taking my dog out for a walk or when we're at the dog park. There are literally thousands of nonfiction titles to check out inside of Blinkist. One I would recommend is certainly The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. And there are just so many other titles worth your time. Make sure you go to Blinkist.com/thequartering. Use my link in the pinned comment or description below. And the first 100 people to check out my link are going to get an unlimited access for 1 week to try it out. And you'll also get 25% off if you want to go full membership. Plus, the 7-day trial is completely free and you can cancel it at any time during that period. Check out Blinkist. Give me some book recommendations in the comment section down below as well, so we can all get a little more educated and work on just being better in a super efficient, modernized way. So many people tune in. Like, for example, let me tell you my tale why I didn't watch it, and I ended up watching the Tarantino film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because I hadn't seen it, and it was okay. It wasn't as amazing as everyone said. At least, I don't know, maybe I missed something in it. It was good, but I chose to watch that instead of the Super Bowl. It wasn't any kind of grand protest. It was just that I used to watch the Super Bowl when my team wasn't in it because, well, the commercials were hilarious. And it was always like this big surprise to see what they were. And you never really wanted to leave your seat. Sometime in the past couple of years, these brands who spend $5 million on a 30-second commercial started releasing all of their ads weeks ahead of time on YouTube. So that removed the mystique. I didn't need to watch the funniest ads during the Super Bowl and react to them in real time because I had already seen everything there was to offer weeks before the big game. Obviously, there is some saltiness being a Packer fan why I didn't watch the game, but every year prior, I had generally watched the Super Bowl to enjoy the commercials. But what's there to enjoy about nonstop $5 million woke ads and coof ads, and then Joe Biden on the Jumbotron? You removed the escapism from probably the biggest escape program in the United States. Probably not the world, but in the United States, the Super Bowl is something that people that aren't even fans of sports watch, because everyone can laugh at the funny commercials. And it's something that everyone wants to be a part of. But guess what? When every ad is some woke trash, or, you've got you've got segregated national anthems before the game, I just don't view that as something that is relaxing anymore. I don't view that as a form of escapism. And that is absolutely no way, in no way, trashing people who watched the Super Bowl. There are a lot of people that had money on the game. There are a lot of people that are genuine Tom Brady fans or Buccaneer fans or Chief fans that had a lot of reasons to want to watch the game. And it's obviously totally cool if you watch the game. I'm not here to judge. But this entire, idea that the general populace wants to hear from a bunch of millionaires about how they're bad people, and then they try to call that entertainment. That doesn't fly. On top of that, apparently Tom Brady is racist for winning the Super Bowl during Black History Month. Let's take a quick look at this ad the latest from CNBC. Super Bowl posts worst viewer ratings since 2007. Now, it still attracted 96 million viewers, but is the lowest watched Super Bowl since the Colts against the Chicago Bears, two small market teams. The numbers are in, and the NFL's biggest game of the year during the season of Coof failed to top 100 million viewers this year. Super Bowl attracted 96.4 million viewers on Sunday, the company announced Tuesday, as the Buccaneers beat the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the lowest watched Super Bowl since 2007, when the Indianapolis Colts played the Chicago Bears, and that game attracted 93.1 million. Even though the overall viewerships were a disappointment, CBS did tout some growth. If we look at Super Bowl ratings still being, quote, processed, verified admits after here, Super Bowl LV ratings are in, and they're a disappointment. Super Bowl ratings down. Super Bowl viewership drops to multi-decade low for NFL. Now, it was the most streamed game ever, so there are people that move to streaming, but ultimately, these things are included. You can see Super Bowl ratings on CBS totaled 96.4 million viewers, down nearly 10%, and the lowest in 15 years. And again, if you want to talk about Brady fatigue, the best ever was a Tom Brady-led Super Bowl, the Patriots versus the Seahawks, with 114 million. Digital-owned streaming viewers averaged 5.7 million per minute, up 65%, of course. Ultimately, you see here, I find this surprising since most are stuck at home. Really? You couldn't see why nobody wanted to watch the Super Bowl? I mean, are you that shocked? And then we could see, we talked about yesterday about all the hilariously bad woke hot takes. Then we have this. Tom Brady dubbed racist for beating Patrick Mahomes at Super Bowl on Black History Month. Fans slam the woke left. Now, when I started seeing these tweets, I thought it was just a meme, and it's possible that's what it is. But there's a dozen articles about this, and you've seen articles like here on the Undefeated, the white privilege of Tom Brady not seeing race. This is a guy that works with probably, I'm gonna guess, 85% of his coworkers are black. If the guy had a problem with race, I think it would be pretty obvious by now. But you see Tom Brady accused of this. Tom Brady was played in 10 Super Bowls, just won his 7th, but he's being accused of terrible things because he won during Black History Month. What? Social justice warriors aren't very happy about Tom Brady's historic win with the new team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Sorry, still salty. The Buccaneers' performance has triggered them. It's Black History Month, and they don't believe it's fair or right for Brady to win, especially since Patrick Mahomes was the opposing quarterback. What's interesting to me, and again, this is another perfectly classic example of how out of touch these social justice-minded morons are. There's 53 people on an NFL roster, and I don't think I'm overestimating when I say that 85% of them on most rosters are black. Okay, so if Tom Brady won the Super Bowl, that let's say there's 4 white dudes on the Buccaneers, that means 48 black guys won on Black History Month. Shouldn't you be celebrating that? No, because 1, these people don't understand sports, nor care to understand sports, and 2, they're not interested in facts. You see, Patrick Mahomes is half black, right? Tom Brady doing this to him on Black History Month, that's got to be in some way. Has to be. No. There isn't an affirmative action for Super Bowl wins. You either win or you don't. The 43-year-old Brady continues to break record despite his, quote, advanced age for this hard-knocking sport. His record isn't dependent on his skin color. Instead, it's a tribute to his athleticism work ethic. But it doesn't matter to those who hyper-focus on race. Something about Tom Brady winning a Super Bowl during Black History Month just feels ist. Chris Cluey, of course. Remember him? He was in GG. He's a kicker for the championless Minnesota Vikings. Just a reminder that everyone gushes over Brady that Colin Kaepernick still hasn't been given a chance to compete for the Super Bowl in 4 years and counting. He hasn't earned a chance. He isn't good enough. And when he was given an opportunity, he decided to use it for his activism because, rightly so, he realized that he'd make more money being a slacktivist than working hard and getting back into the NFL. Even though the NFL has BLM front and center at many games this year, it's not enough for Mina Harris, who says team with ist name versus Team Trump. All of this, of course, is Donald Trump living rent-free in these people's heads, ultimately simply because Tom Brady had a Trump hat in his locker 10 years ago. That's why they're really mad at him. These people think that we can't see that, but that's really why. Look, if you hate Tom Brady because you're sick of seeing him win, I can understand that, especially if you played in the Patriots division for a long time, or if you're a Packer fan and you blew the opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. This is obviously fair reasons, or at least reasons I would accept. But the idea that Tom Brady's whiteness is a problem. Tom Brady's disgusting, and he's an ist, and he's a Trump, and this and that. We see you. You're awful people. Get woke, go broke. Keep playing these games, NFL, and see how next year's ratings go. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.